Okay, hi everybody, and welcome to our next episode of the 101 Talking Station with me, EZLO21. Today is episode 7. So let's go ahead and get right into it with the music and stuff first. So, here we go. I'm going to put our usual eShop and other themes and stuff on here. So here we go. So give me just a second, guys. Okay, there's our theme song, guys. Now or our music. Now let's do the countdown timer and put it on for 2 minutes and some odd seconds. So here we go, guys. Also, guys, after this, I will be doing some more Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Okay, guys, the countdown timer is about done. Then we will get started with the actual episode. Okay, guys, here we go. Time to start our next episode. So let's switch it out and go ahead and get started. Here we go. First things first, let's talk about the YouTube tweet from Nintendo of Russia here. Okay, this person right here, in reply to and Nintendo RU is Nintendo Direct, and this right here pretty much translates to waiting for something soon. It says wait for something soon. So as you can see here, I got the picture of King Boo and everything. So I'm definitely excited about seeing that. So hopefully Nintendo will announce something soon on the possible Nintendo Direct. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I hope to see a confirmation from Nintendo about possible Nintendo Direct by at least tomorrow or tomorrow night, maybe. So hopefully Nintendo will just go ahead and do that. But now also while I'm thinking about it, hang on a second guys, I need to fix my webcam. Okay, I'm fixing our webcam a second, guys. Hang on. Okay, there we go, guys. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and say that the next thing on our list hang on just a second, guys. Yeah, I'm going to continue talking about the possible Nintendo Direct by also saying I hope Nintendo actually does go ahead and talk about Virtual Console for the Nintendo Switch, and hopefully they give us the NES, the Super NES, the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo 64, and the GameCube Virtual Consoles to start off with. And if down the line they want to give us the DS and re-release some 3DS games as well for the Virtual Console, like A Link Between Worlds, that would be cool. But hopefully Nintendo will oblige us and at least announce the Virtual Console And also, with this possible Nintendo Direct, I hope it's at least an hour or two long, and hopefully they talk about their new operating system update, possibly that they might be possibly having. Okay, and then next up on our list of things to talk about, Nintendo. Let me find the page real quick. Hang on. Okay, here we go, guys. The next thing up, and I'm going to give the credit to Obi-Wan Plays of YouTube for bringing up the trademark filing for 1080 snowboarding. As you can see here, is a screenshot of 1080 snowboarding. And then, of course, you've got the trademark filing right here via the Pixel Par and Pixel Par. Nintendo has filed a trademark registration for 1080 snowboarding. And it was first filed. Let's see here. It says was first released on Nintendo 64 in 1998 and hit the Wii's Virtual Console 10 years later in 2008. The sequel, 1080 Avalanche, was released on GameCube in 2003. And then, of course, you've got the trademark filing right here. And then you got, like I said, you got your trademark registration right here.
You doing talking station? The moment to get hated.
And then you got registration number 017611237. Type figurative. And then you got the.
She's making soup or something. She wants to get hated.
Then you've got the filing date. Hang on just a second, guys. My eye's itching. Yeah, you got the filing date as December 18th, 2017. And then you've got the owner ID number 110078. Then you got owner name Nintendo CO Ltd. And then you've got the then you got the nice classification 9. Trademark status, application under examination. You got your basis as EUTM. And then you got your reference EW36350AF 295 WOF, and then you've got representative information, representative ID number 10111. Then you've got your representative name. As you can see there, so that's pretty much. As you see there, that's pretty much covers that. So let's go ahead and see what Go Nintendo had to say on the matter. By making their page bigger. And again, thanks to Obi-Wan Plays for bringing that up on his stream that I was watching earlier, guys. So there's my credit to Obi-Wan Plays on that. And then Go Nintendo has to say, there haven't been too many installments in the 1080 snowboarding franchise, but it seems like Nintendo is up to something with the brand once again. And then, of course, I mentioned on December 18th, 2017, Nintendo filed a trademark for 1080 snowboarding. Could this be for virtual console? Could this be for a virtual console release, a new entry, or something else altogether? And then they put, "We ain't quite sure, but perhaps we'll find out soon." And yeah, I have to agree with that statement that Raw Meat Cowboy or RMC had to say here. Okay, the next up on our list of things to talk about, we've got the Tails. Designer shows off a Miles Tails Prower 25th anniversary design. So let me go and find that on Go Nintendo as well. So hang on just a second before we get started with that, guys. Okay, here we go, guys. Here is the design for the Miles Tails Prower 25th anniversary that Nintendo, or that Sega, has shown off. So it says on here under the design, I'm going to go ahead and make that bigger real quick though, just to show it off. 25th anniversary, Happy New Year 2018. And that's pretty much the design of Tails, guys. So now let's exit out of that and see what it. And sorry I don't know this guy, the Tails designer's name, so I'm just going to say the Tails designer is the man behind the creation of Sonic's main buddy, Tails, to commemorate the 25th anniversary of the character. He has created the artwork you see above, a classic styled Tails to commemorate the character's long life. I'm sure Tails has many more adventures ahead of him, So here's to another 25 years according to Go Nintendo as well, and I have to agree with that. And also, I'm going to see if anybody's on real quick too. Okay, not yet. Anyway, next up on our discussion list, hang on a second while I bring that back up on my cell phone. Okay. Nintendo's Tatsumi Kimishima hopes to have an agreement / make an announcement on a Super Mario Bros. Movie very soon. Let's go ahead and pop that up. Again, thanks for the RMC bringing that to everybody's attention on GoNintendo.com, by the way, everybody. Okay, here we go. Nintendo's president hopes to come to an agreement / make an announcement on a Super Mario Bros. Movie soon, guys. It says here, remember the rumor of Nintendo and a Illustration Entertainment or however you say their names here, Entertainment or whatever, teaming up for a Super Mario Brothers animated movie. Those details were never confirmed, but today Nintendo's president has at least given a little glimpse at what could happen in the future. In an interview with Kyoto Shimbun, Nintendo's president Tatsumi Kimishima says he hopes to come to an agreement with a partner for a Super Mario Bros. Movie. If that agreement happens, then an official announcement of the project could come soon. On top of all of that, if everything proceeds smoothly, Kimishima says that the movie could be ready by 2020. Now, again, there are tidbits that have never been confirmed by Nintendo. The rumored inside info said that Nintendo would be deeply involved with the project, and they'd be teaming with that Illumation or whatever say entertainment name on an animated project. These details are still to be confirmed by anyone at Nintendo. Which, yes, that's actually kind of true. That nothing's been confirmed. That nothing has been confirmed yet, guys. But I do hope to see one. I do hope to see a confirmation of it possibly soon. And then next up, hang on just a second. Okay, right here, Nintendo has no plans of dropping 3DS in 2018, guys. As you can see here, it says, from Go Nintendo's RMC writes, quite a few people are wondering when Nintendo is going to move the 3DS aside and let it ride off into the sunset, according to Nintendo's president Tatsumi Kimishima. That's not happening anytime soon. In an interview with, again, the same Kyoto Shimbun, Mr. Kimishima said, Nintendo plans to continue selling the platform for the foreseeable future and sales are in line with internal projections. And then they also link where that's popped up at. So while I am happy about seeing the 3DS live on for at least another year, guys, I hope Nintendo eventually moves on from the 3DS because I definitely want to see future Zelda games and future Mario games and stuff like that come exclusively to the Nintendo Switch. Because Nintendo Switch should be Nintendo's future right now, not the Nintendo 3DS. I mean, as much as I love my 3DS, guys, I love my Nintendo Switch even more. So next, let's hope Nintendo also considers bringing ports of their top-selling, or almost top-selling Wii U games such as Twilight Princess HD, Wind Waker HD, Nintendo Land, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, to name a few, to the Nintendo Switch in some way, shape, or form, because that would be exciting to see. Okay, next up on my list of things to talk about we can go ahead and start the Q&A with me, EZLO21, and the EZLO21 asks the viewer, for those who are interested in go ahead and giving me a question, then go ahead while I see if there's any other possible Nintendo news through my Nintendo Press account. So hang on just a second, guys. I mean, you can go ahead and top it up to any questions you may have. And also, there's nothing else right there on on my press account on my login for Nintendo's press account. So I'm going to go to the Nintendo Switch part on Nintendo's website and talk about what I want to see from the Nintendo online services that says coming in 2018. So, let's bring the Restream chat back up. Okay, first of all, even though we talked about it before, some people may have forgotten. This paid service lets Nintendo Switch owners enjoy online multiplayer gaming as well as dedicated smartphone app, as well as a dedicated smartphone app that connects to your Switch system and helps you connect with friends for online play sessions in compatible games. I would definitely hope Nintendo would change that from being the online phone app to having a Nintendo Switch app, because guys, I am definitely not, as you can see here, I'm definitely not using my cell phone here, as you can see, for my online communications with my Nintendo Switch games, for those that might be wanting to play certain games with me. If I buy Nintendo's online service for a year, because this, as you can see here, would take me too long to use, because I don't want to be doing this, you know, typing on my cell phone like this, talking to certain people, or going like hello and yada 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 and things like this while trying to play certain Nintendo Switch games, because that would take forever. And also, next up, while also talking about Nintendo's online service, it says free until 2018. Well, so far it's 2018 and it's still free, Nintendo. Where's your news on that? I'm also going to talk a little bit about, again, online play for Nintendo, for the Nintendo Switch as well. So let's see here. You'll be able to play compatible co-op and competitive games online by signing in with your Nintendo account. Online play is free for Nintendo account holders until paid service launches 2018. I talked about that. So, moving on to, after the free trial period, most games will require, and again, they say most games here, so they're not saying all games here, which might change. So again, guys, I wouldn't get your hopes up on seeing all games going free until Nintendo says something. But most games will require a paid online service subscription from Nintendo in order to play online. Currently, the free trial, the paid service, and online play for application modes in compatible games will be available for customers in the US, Canada, and Mexico. For the latest list of countries, please visit customer service. And that's actually kind of nice for Nintendo to actually do that part right there, so people don't have questions. This service is only for Nintendo Switch. It does not affect Wii U or 3DS systems or online play. So, the next thing up that I'm going to talk about again, even though it's been talked to death already, guys, is this service. Let's see here, Nintendo Switch Online app. The Nintendo Switch Online smartphone device app is designed to enhance your online experience for compatible games on the Nintendo Switch console. Yeah, right, Nintendo. If it was optimized and stuff like that for or if it was enhanced for the Nintendo Switch, you would let me use. Hang on just a second while I pop it out, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, Nintendo. If you really were thinking of the fans here, you would let us play or use our Nintendo Switch here, as you can see, guys. If Nintendo is smart, they let us use this little device right here known as the Nintendo Switch for our online app and online app services instead of something like this, as you can see here, guys. Instead of something like this, because like I've mentioned before, I definitely don't want to be using my cell phone when I'm trying to play my Nintendo Switch compatible online games and stuff with friends online, when I do decide to pay for the first year of a Nintendo Switch online service. And then link to compatible games, that's the next thing I'm going to talk about. So, link to compatible games. This app will initially be compatible with the Splatoon game. It will give you access to Splatnet 2, where you can see your online battle stats, your gear, and much more. Of course, we already know about that, and it says see details here. Now, invite friends and invite friends and voice chat during games. I would hope Nintendo would reconsider that and put it on the Nintendo Switch instead of just having it on the available for download on the App Store and on Google Play, because who in their right mind is going to use, as I've mentioned before, who's going to use their cell phones like this to talk while playing certain games and stuff? Certainly not me. If anything, I'll be trying to find some way to use, as you can see here, my Nintendo Switch over my Nintendo Switch right here, as you can see, over this right here, as you can see. And so you know, I'd love to see Nintendo reconsider their options and let us, as I've mentioned before, use our Nintendo Switch as also our chat room and our chat room app and stuff right here too, because I definitely loved some fans' concept of the possible Nintendo Switch 5.0 update, and I would definitely want to see Nintendo take that into consideration. And then, of course, in case people have forgotten, it says also coming in 2018, Classic Game Selection. Subscribers will get to download a compilation of classic titles with added online play, such as Super Mario Bros. 3, Balloon Fight, and Dr. Mario. While I think that is cool, I would definitely want to have the option of seeing them add these games to the Virtual Console, and then just say, well, if you don't want to pay for these games to play them online, here's your option to buy them and keep them for as long as you want, and here you are, they're tied to your Nintendo account for as long as you've got your Nintendo account, which is actually something I definitely want to see them do. And then it's also, let's see here. It says games featured rated E for everyone. It says product name subject to change. So, also, they have on there Nintendo eShop deals. Special offers for subscribers may include discounts on select digital games and content. So again, that little lining right there, guys, gives me hope that Nintendo will have a traditional virtual console, by the way. So that does give me some hope right there. So, if Nintendo does indeed have a virtual console separate from the Nintendo Online service, then I will have no issue whatsoever paying the 12-month membership fee of $19.99 USD every year to keep my Nintendo Online services around, as long as Nintendo gives us discounts on possible virtual console games and also near the end of their Nintendo Switch era, letting us keep these games, these free games, forever. I would have no problems with that whatsoever if Nintendo did that, and I would gladly continue to pay the $19.99 per month, $19.99 per 12-month period, otherwise known as per yearly period. And if you agree with me, you can go ahead and tell me in the chat, in the YouTube, the Twitch, or if Mixer has a chat, you can go ahead and tell me there too. Or you can tell me in our Discord as well. Next up, while I'm talking about the online services, it says prices listed are in US dollars and do not include tax. Pricing for additional countries will be announced closer to the launch of the service. And then here you've got for you got for non-subscribers free until the paid service launches in 2018. Nintendo Switch online app free again until paid service launches in 2018. Again, this is just a reminder of stuff we may have already seen before, but just to refresh y'all's memory of what Nintendo may or may not change with the possible Nintendo Direct, guys, that may be coming Thursday. Also, classic game selection, product name subject to change. It says it has a red mark, as well as the eShop deals also having a red mark, meaning those you have to pay the aforementioned $3.99, $7.99, or $19.99. The $3.99 is a 1-month membership. The $7.99 is the 3-month, and again, the one that I'll be doing, the 12-month membership, $19.99 USD, also has the red marks. Also has the red mark for the Nintendo eShop deals. Access to Nintendo eShop, and that's great for both of them. Where, yeah, access to Nintendo eShop, the registration and manage friends, share screenshots of social media, and access to Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app. Those are pretty much free across the board to everyone. And then you got your my.nintendo.com here. And then the next thing down here at the bottom, it talks about a Nintendo account is required to access online services. Online features will be free until the Nintendo Switch app launches 2018, as I've mentioned multiple times already. The paid online service will be available for customers in select countries. For the latest countries, please visit customer service. And yep, that's pretty much. Prices listed are US dollars and do not reflect taxing and do not include tax. Pricing for additional countries will be announced closer to the launch date. Internet access or internet required for online play compatible smartphone required to use the Nintendo Switch Online app. Data charges may apply. And then, of course, if you click on the create a Nintendo account, as you can see here, this is my Nintendo account right here. So I'm already signed up, so I don't have to worry about it. And while I'm also on the subject of my Nintendo, I'm going to go into my redeem points for a second and ask Nintendo a very specific question of where in the world is the Nintendo Switch rewards that Nintendo had said are supposed to be coming soon on the My Nintendo website. Huh, Nintendo? Where are they? Come on, Nintendo, tell us. Where are they? We need them. And hopefully you give us discounts on Nintendo Switch games as well. That took a lot out of me, guys. Hang on just a second while I get me a drink of water. Give me just 1 second, guys. Okay, now while I'm waiting for possible questions, I am also going to see if there's any. See if there's any latest news, either on Go Nintendo or anywhere, by checking Nintendo's Facebook, and then I'll check Nintendo's Twitter as well. Also, okay, there's nothing there. Okay, now let's switch over to let's switch over to Nintendo's Twitter now and see if Nintendo has anything. Again, just making sure I'm covering all the revenues. Okay, let's see here. As you guys can see here, Nintendo has basically pretty much retweeted. Yeah, Nintendo's pretty much retweeted the possible Nintendo Direct here, guys. So let's see if we can spot any obscurities here. Huh. And yeah, according to some fan here, some Nintendo fan, it says if we take out all the spaces and punctuation marks, leaving only the letters, we have 111 characters, or 1/11 if you prefer. Nintendo Direct is coming. So that is a very interesting, by the way, guys. So you know. So let's see if anybody, let's see what everybody else on Nintendo's Twitter has to say. Okay, let's see here. I definitely have to agree with whoever's using Mario as their name that said, I know that you know that we know about the Direct, so just go ahead and announce it, Nintendo, come on. And then next, it says, some guy here says, brace yourselves, Nintendo Direct is coming. Let's see here. And of course you got somebody here teasing Reggie with Reggie's face, which is actually, I'd actually consider that kind of funny. Next, let's see here. Then of course somebody else using the possibly teasing a Nintendo Direct as well there. Let's see here. And somebody else here saying, and Nintendo Direct please. There are 11 uppercase letters in the tweet. I'm definitely gonna go look at that, guys. Hang on just a second. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there is 11, guys, because it's got high and it's got high on there in capital letters. So the what and W is one letter. The I and I know twice makes 3, and then the high capitalized in a capital H and a capital A makes another 2, so that would be 5. 6 with an I. The I and it makes 7. The G and go makes 8. And then the CAW makes 9, 10, and 11. So again, you know Nintendo has to be teasing something for January 11th. Otherwise they wouldn't have done that. Moving on to other people's possible tweets here, let's see. Nintendo, please, all of this retweeting is driving me crazy. Just announce the Direct already. Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch of people that would agree with that statement. This is interesting and all, but we'd really like to hear more about the next Nintendo Direct. And then there was 2 retweets on that, which I definitely have to agree upon, guys. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and ask, does anybody have any questions that they want me to answer with stuff on my Discord. And again, just to promote my Discord a little bit too, okay, so far with my Discord, I've talked about the Nintendo of Russia tweet. I've talked about Nintendo's filing of trademark for 1080 snowboarding. I've talked about the Tails 25th anniversary design. I've talked about Tatsumi Kimishima's hopes to have an announcement, have an agreement / make an announcement on the Super Mario Brothers movie. I've covered Tatsumi Kimishima also talks about the 3DS continue on in 2018, and now we're just on the talk about any other possible news I don't have listed, and Q&A with me, EZLO21, and the EZLO21 asks the viewer segments going on now. So if you guys have any questions or comments, then please go ahead and feel free to let me know. While I'll send Everard, if he's on or not, a message saying that I'm doing a 101 talking station now if he wants to join. So hang on just a second, guys. Okay, and then next, the next thing I need to do while I am thinking about it is I need to fix my viewer count on the Streamlabs. So hang on just a second, guys. So give me just a second to fix my viewer count, guys. Okay, now I'm going to go to my viewer count here for just a second. And I'm going to go back to the Go Nintendo and the Discord parts for a second. Our Discord part for a second too. So, also while I'm thinking about it, in today's discussion, guys, I will be doing Majora's Mask directly after I get done doing our 101 talking station, after I get done doing our episode 7 of it. And I'm going to go ahead and let Jack know that I'm doing the 101 talking station 2 if he's not already in the chat, and he's not. So I'm going to go ahead and let him know about that. Okay, I've let Jack and Everard, two of my YouTube subscribers, know that I'm doing another 101 talking station, and that they haven't missed it yet, because I'm pretty much making sure that I've covered everything that there is to cover today. Oh yeah, another thing that I need to consider talking about is the interview with the creator of Mother/Earthbound. Has now been translated into English, and here's the comic book strip on it. Let's pop this up and see if it's in one piece. It is. Okay, good. And here's the part of the comic book strip part of it, guys. And it says, on the train back to Kyoto, it says whoops, or it says whoosh, the sound of the train. It was 1987. It wasn't because I felt sad, it was because I felt powerless. And then it's got, let's see here, hang on. It's got but I never felt quite as depressed as I did then. It wasn't because I felt sad, it was because I felt powerless. Granted, I felt that way several more times later on in life. It says, was weeping. It was 2 years before Mother was born. And that's pretty much the interview right there, guys, in comic book strip form for Mother / Earthbound. For that particular part, but there's more. So, and then it was like the player and the character were one and the same, like I had the stepped right through the glass and into the TV. Let's see here. Sorry for the wait. What was so great about it? Oh yeah, Mother. I played the heck out of that game. It was the first RPG that made me feel so emotionally invested. One thing that made Mother stand out in 1989, and that the story wasn't set in the past but in the present. The line between the TV and the real world has seemed to melt away. I had never felt that way before. Then there's also goes on to say that allowed players to feel a strong sense of empathy with the protagonist. Not that he's here. Allow me to introduce the father of Mother, our special guest, and then it says the creator's name there. And the man who moved so many gamers to tears. And I'm going to click here to read the rest of the comic strip for as much as I can. And here's pretty much the rest of the comic strip, guys. The Famicom game I really got obsessed with was Mario. There was a time when my asthma was so bad I would have coughing fits if I wasn't sitting upright, but I got through it by playing Mario. Well, it all started when I got hooked on Dragon Quest. I actually had no interest in RPGs, not at first anyway. Can you tell me about how Mother came into being? I didn't even try playing Dragon Quest until the second one came out. That changed once I started playing though, and I was hooked before I knew it. To this day, I still regard Mario as my savior. I just couldn't get into RPGs. Something about them seemed too stiff, like chess. Whew, how come I'm not making games for a living too? Someone out there made this incredible game that I just played. Well, there I sat in amazement watching the credits. Well, I mean, where you are ready working as a copywriter. I'm the kind of person who gets jealous of other people's work. Jealous in what way? Whew. And I'm just gonna let y'all look at the rest of this for a few minutes. And that's pretty much, this is pretty much the entire interview with the creator of Earthbound/Mother, guys. And there's Iwata, guys. Now you can see here, guys, pretty much. And this right here pretty much ends it. Right here it says, "Thank you for making Mother. I will treasure the tears I shed as long as I live." And then that was who was doing the interview. Okay, now let's go back to Go Nintendo now. Because there was one other bit of news that I was considering talking about as well. And that has to do with Japan. So give me just a second to find that, guys. Oh yeah, and for those who like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp version 1.1.2 is now available, by the way, too, if you haven't already updated. And then for those that still enjoy Fire Emblem Heroes content update, those are under special quests too. Okay, right here, guys, the Japanese games market sees big boost in 2017 thanks to Switch success. This was the other thing I was wanting to talk about. Even though it's not in the Discord, in the Discord list, I'll add it later. That's things I talked about. Okay, the Japanese games market has had a pretty successful 2017, and that's largely due to the Switch. The hardware market saw a 172.9% increase in 2017 over 2016, and a 100.3.8% increase in software. Switch was the best-selling hardware with 3,407,158 units sold, while PlayStation 4 took second place with 1,935,247 units sold, and 3DS hit 1,827,131 units sold, is what they should have put there. Equally impressive, 9 out of 10 best-selling games for 2017 were available on Nintendo platforms. You can see the top 10 list below. Okay, now you've got Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon for Nintendo 3DS at 2,000,000. 2,000,003/607 units, guys. So just translate it as 2.3 million 607 units sold. And Dragon Quest 11 is at 1,744,603. Monster Hunter 10, you've got 1,684,991. And more Dragon Quest on PS4, 1,336,180. Super Mario Odyssey at 1,324,280. Super Mario 8 Deluxe 1,103,744 units. Legend Zelda Breath of the Wild at 688,044 units sold. Pokemon Sun and Moon at 576,506. And last but not least, you've got Mario Maker at Super Mario Maker for Nintendo 3DS at 423,073. And then you've got the source for that at JapaneseNintendo.com/post 169,495 929,179. So now I'm going to go ahead and put my Nintendo Switch up for just a second, guys. I will be right back. But yeah, as one comment on here from Go Nintendo states, since I'm going to go ahead and read a few comments, I'm going to say that I have to agree with thee. I can't get over how far the Switch has come in just under a year. I don't think anyone knew this thing was going to sell this well except for Nintendo themselves, amazingly. And then of course, you've got, not even Nintendo knew about it. If shortages wasn't a problem, it could have very well had passed 4 million sold. I'm pretty sure it's going to sell past 4 million. Because it's already done that according to Nintendo in America. So, the shortage wasn't completely their fault. They had to compete against Apple for a chip they both used, so they probably estimated it to sell well. So let's see here. And then there was the 2017 was the year of Nintendo. I'm hoping 2018 is the same. And I do have to agree with that, guys. So, another thing I need to fix real quick, guys, is the coloring of any possible viewers, because I forgot to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and I went ahead and fixed that. Now let's go back to that news on Go Nintendo real quick. And also, I'm checking my cell phone real quick too, guys. Okay. And then last but not least, normally I don't check IGN, but I'm going to see if there's any other important Nintendo news that Nintendo's not popped up on their Okay, so far nothing important on IGN, guys. Okay, yep, there's nothing important happening on that IGN seems to be covering. So let's move on to, do y'all have any viewer questions? And again, for those that may have missed it, Nintendo, as of I'm guessing it was done today, has officially retweeted the their tweet from January 5th. So what are you guys expecting from it? Because we are now we're now like an hour or so into this, so I'm just making sure there's nothing else important that we need to cover, guys. The only other thing I can know to think of covering was Nintendo retweeted, commemorate the release of Style Savvy Styling Star for Nintendo 3DS with this themed wallpaper from My Nintendo. And then 2 hours ago, got some time on your hands, hop on to a Warp Star with Kirby and check out a free demo of Kirby Battle Royale. As a bonus, playing the demo will allow you to transfer Meta Knight to the full version of the game when it releases on 1/19. On January 19th is what they mean there. Talk about more of Kirby Battle Royale 22 hours ago. And then of course Nintendo has make the most of your Monday coffee break and take to the skies with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 only on Nintendo Switch. And then of course on January 4th, Nintendo, as I've talked about before, just for those that may have missed it, that may have missed me talking about it, also I need to go ahead and change the title in my bottom of my stream, because this is episode 7 and not episode 6. Hang on just a second. Directing Rumors Continue Part 2, that's supposed to be a 7. Okay, that's fixed now. now let's go back to Nintendo's Twitter and continue talking about the Nintendo Switch selling great within the first 10 months. Nintendo Switch has become the fastest selling video game console of all time in the US. I talked about that in the I forget which episode of the 101 Talking Station it was, but going back to my Nintendo Press account for a second. Actually, it was last Thursday during the eShop news update where we Yep, it was last Thursday where I talked about the Nintendo Switch having outsold the original Wii with 4.8 million units in the United States according to Nintendo's internal sales figures. That's the highest total for first 10 months of any home video game system in the United States in US history, surpassing Nintendo's own Wii system, which was the previous record holder, with more than 4 million units sold during that same time frame. Okay, so I was just letting Jack know, everybody, that if he has any questions for me, to just go ahead and pop on in and ask them. Oh, hi there, Jack. Like I was saying, do you have any questions for the do you have any questions for me on the Q&A with EZLO21 about any of today's news, where we discuss the where I discussed the Nintendo of Russia, where I discussed the Nintendo of Russia tweet. And again, I'll go ahead and pop that up for you in case you missed it too, so give me a second to re-pop that up on my end. But yep, Jack, that was you. Anyway, okay, here's that tweet, guys. Now I went ahead and translated it too. So if you have any questions about the Nintendo of Russia has came through for us, everyone, and I gave you all the translation there of it being translated to English is waiting for something soon. As wait for something soon is what that says. So when someone asks a NOR rep, they said the Nintendo Direct, and after that the translation is wait for something new. Wait for something new or something soon. Sorry, and then so I'm a bit hyped about that, and then I also put HBU, which means how about you. So I've got a question for you, Jack, if you're still on. So here it goes. Okay, you went ahead and answered already. So, maybe a Mario Kart 9 or Super Smash Brothers? Yeah, I definitely want to see another Smash Brothers, but I'd want to wait and let them maybe just announce Mario Kart 9 with a few concept screenshots or something. But it's definitely time for another Smash Brothers. And also, from my end, even though I talked about the possible Switch operating system update yesterday, I definitely want to see Nintendo change their minds about the voice chat. Instead of having it just on the smartphone, they need to have a way to put it on the Nintendo Switch itself. And hi there, Lar. If you have any questions for me, Lar, you can go ahead and ask them. Today, I'm just going to let y'all know, if you hadn't read the if you ain't read the description, we covered the Nintendo of Russia tweet. I talked about a game Nintendo just trademarked called 1080 Snowboarding. We don't know if it's going to be a virtual console re-release, a new game, or something entirely different. And then I also talked about, and also that trademark was filed back on December 18th, 2017. And I gave Obi-Wan Plays the credit for bringing that to my attention when I looked at his video about it. Then we talked about the concept art for from Miles Tails Prower for Tails' 25th anniversary. That you can go back to. That I'll go back to just a second on the Go Nintendo website to talk about that again, to show y'all what it looked like in case you missed it. And also making sure we didn't miss anything else from Go Nintendo too, guys. Just so you know. Okay, question: what is your favorite level in Donkey Kong Country 2? Okay, my favorite level in Donkey Kong Country 2 would have to be the last King K. Rool fight. Oh yeah, and I did go ahead and talk about the the creator of Mother/Earthbound and how it was translated. And I'm giving you the I gave you the details on that. Japan's best-selling games and systems, I didn't talk about that yet. And here's pretty much their best-selling games. According to the most recent issue of Famitsu, these are the best-selling games in Japan based on games sold from December 26th to December 26th, 2016 to December 31st, 2017. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Then you've got Splatoon 2, you got Dragon Quest 11, Monster Hunter XX, which is 20. Then you've got Dragon Quest 11 again with a different game. Let's see here. Okay, and then you got Super Mario Odyssey and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and you got Pokemon Sun and Moon, and then you got Super Mario Maker. And then these are the best-selling video game consoles in Japan based on hardware. Totals from December 26th, 2016 to December 31st, 2017. Switch at 3,407,158. PlayStation 4 1,935,247. 3DS 1,827,133. And then you got your PlayStation Vita. And then you got your Xbox One at 396,207 and 14,644 respectively, guys. So there you go. Yeah, Nintendo may consider making Super Mario Maker for the Nintendo Switch. We'll see. Also, I talked about a possible Mario movie being made. But getting off topic, hang on a second, guys, while I show you all that. Well, I'll show you that Tails image. Hang on, let me find it. Okay, here we go, guys. Here was that Tails image that I showed off earlier. No, I don't have Minecraft on the Switch, but but that's okay. And then Jack asked, what is your favorite Zelda game of all time? Okay, my favorite Zelda game of all time would have to be between, and I'll just go ahead and get the two games to show you. So hang on just a second. Okay guys, my favorite games are between, as you can see here, Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. If you can see these, the way I'm holding them. These are two of my most favorite Zelda games right here, guys. I like Twilight Princess a lot, and I like Wind Waker a lot, as you can see here. Okay, now moving on to the possible Mario Brothers movie. I'm going to go back a second. Oh yeah, and also, here was the 1080 snowboarding trademark, in case y'all missed that too, guys. There's the 1080 snowboarding trademark, guys, like I said. And then, of course, you've got the 1080 snowboarding screenshot right there too, guys. And then I also talked about the Japanese games market sees big boost in 2017 thanks to Nintendo Switch success. And that was pretty much everything that was covered right there on that. Just so you know. And I also talked about Animal Crossing Pocket Camp version 1.1.2 being available today. And then here was the news on Tatsumi Kimishima talking about the possible announcement, hopes to come to an agreement / make an announcement on a Super Mario Brothers movie soon. That I talked about, and that it's only rumored for now. And then the last thing that I originally covered was the news that Nintendo has no plans of dropping 3DS in 2018. See you later, Lar. Thanks for stopping by. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much going to cover it for our episode 7 of like I said, that's pretty much going to cover it for our episode 7 of the 101 Talking Station with EZLO21. So I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the 101 Talking Station ending and say, I'm going to go ahead and put my cell phone on the charger. And say, thank you for tuning in to the 101 Talking Station with me, EZLO21, guys, and I'm going to take a 30-minute break, and then we will come back and do Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for at least an hour or two, since I had a long 101 Talking Station today. So, again, I thank Jack and Lar for tuning in. I thank anybody else who hit that like button but didn't talk, and I also give thanks to Obi-Wan and RNC of Go Nintendo. Obi-Wan plays of the Obi-Wan plays on YouTube, and Raw Meat Cowboy or RMC of Go Nintendo for their possible news coverage of things that I covered. And I will see you guys and gals for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask at either 3:30 or 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So, I will see you all later. Have a good rest of y'all's day until I come back for Majora's Mask, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.